All right. Bit of technical errors before we started today, but we are all good. So, this is my first live in a while. This is, I think, the first time I have been live since February, at least on YouTube. So, hello and welcome back to the channel. Also, the first time that I am making a video in quite a while, just in general. So, I am glad to be back working up here. Part of the reason, aside from just being busy over the summer, that I haven't been doing much with the channel is it just gets really hot up here in the Lego room. So weather has been a lot nicer lately, so it's way easier to get up here and do stuff without completely melting to bits. So I had a busy weekend collecting. Over the holiday, I did some thrifting and got pretty lucky, and also happened to be close to an official Lego store. So I went and did some pick-a-brick. Unless there's some big set that I've been waiting for or looking forward to or something, I usually only go to the Lego store to do pick-a-brick. It's generally a pretty great way to get parts for a good price, and it's a great way to get stuff in bulk. So, just for projects that I've been looking forward to doing, I'm always looking for some good bulk parts at the Lego store pick-a-brick. So that's what I'm going to start with, the pick-a-brick stuff. It's a little bit less exciting, at least to me, because I know what I'm going to be showing off to you guys. And then we'll get into the thrifted stuff, which is a little bit more of a mystery to me, so I'm excited to get into that. I'll start with my minifigs. I also did build a minifigure at the Lego store, and typically when I'm doing that, I'm just looking for cool parts that I don't have, whether it's something that's exclusive to the Lego store, build a minifigure stuff, or just newer minifigure parts that I don't have. So I tend to make just kind of random characters, like this cheesy mime with wings. So this big cheese hat, pretty cool. Not sure if that's exclusive to Build a Minifig or if it's from collectible minifig line originally. I know that this element they've used in the collectible minifigure series for like a pizza guy and a watermelon slice guy. So this one is just a big piece of cheese. I definitely want to get the pizza slice one eventually for my city. And then he's got this mime head, which I thought was pretty cool. I saw in the Build a Minifigure parts that there were other mime parts, but and they were cool, but there was other stuff I was more interested in. At the Build a Minifigure, you can only get 15 parts, so you kind of have to pick and choose pretty carefully what you want to get. So I got this mime head, this cool torso. The torso print is nice. It's a good kind of like generic city person torso. And then the wings, I don't have any of these wings, and I definitely want to collect these for some Animal Crossing characters. I don't know off the top of my head like any particular Animal Crossing character that these would be good for. When they recently revealed the Blathers minifigure, and then also with the Celeste minifigure from last year, I was bummed that they didn't give them these wings, or at least make some new molded wing elements for them, because those guys have wings, they don't have hands. So the printed arms are nice on those figures, but I'd much rather they have wings like this. So cool to collect these, and then also just some nice printed jeans with the belt and pockets on it. So good minifigure parts, and then also got my minifigure box here. This guy, I don't really know what this character is. Originally meant to be like some kind of blue werewolf or something. Let's see how my focus is looking here. But yeah, I don't know what the matching head is for this figure. This is pretty much the closest I got to getting a totally complete figure. It's got these like ripped pants and ripped shirt with the blue fur underneath and this bushy blue tail. I just thought this stuff was cool. The torso kind of reminds me of Beast from the X-Men, and then just kind of a generic old guy head underneath there. And the newest stuff they just added for Build a Minifigure is some Halloween stuff. So that's where this witch hat comes from. I have this same mold from the Dungeons and Dragons set. Let me grab that. So this Dungeons and Dragons figure uses the same mold, but in different colors. So different colored hair, different colored hat, but it's the same exact element. This is a cool one. I don't know what they designed it for originally. I wouldn't be surprised if Lego designed this element specifically for the Dungeons and Dragons figure and then just found other ways they could use it, because it's definitely very useful. And it's super cool. I just love the design of it. The way her hair kind of flows in the back is fun. So got this one in this kind of brighter orange with the black hat, very Halloween-y. And then underneath she's got this kind of adventurer's torso with the cargo pants, and a double-sided head. I believe the old man also has a double-sided head. Oh no, he doesn't. Just a plain head on the back. Love that guy. And then this black cat, also from the Halloween series. Kind of snuck this one in. The employee that checked me out let me take the cat, even though it was like one part extra. Teal snake. Thought this was a pretty cool color to see the snake in. I don't believe I have any of these in the collection yet. And a big cello. The only one of these that I've got is still sealed in the bag from the Jazz Club modular building, so I haven't opened that yet. But it's cool to have another cello in the collection. So those were my minifigures that I put together. Yeah, I'm sure most of those parts will find some good use in the city at some point. Let's get into the bricks. I was quite proud of myself for this pack job. So basically $18, you get a box like this at the Lego store, and you can fill it up with as many bricks as you possibly can. As long as it still closes, they will sell it to you. So just over my years of filling Pick-a-Brick cups, they used to come in these plastic cups, which I still have tons of from my years of doing Pick-a-Brick. They used to come in cups like this. So I got pretty good at packing these cups. Honestly, these are way better for packing. Less reusable, you know, I mean, they're not going to last forever. They're just cardboard. But, yeah, way easier to pack. Much more amenable for kind of counting things out and filling it. Obviously, it's, you know, it's rectangular, so it's going to fit bricks much more easily. And I filled this one quite well, if I do say so myself. So, I don't have a ton of time to stream today, so I don't know if I'm going to go through all this in like super gory detail, but 1x10s in gray. I got a lot of masonry bricks in different colors. These are these 1x2 bricks with the brick texture on them. So I got a bunch of these in dark gray, which are super useful. I think I'm gonna start putting some of these away as I work. This is all my masonry bricks, all my 1x2 masonry bricks at least. So this I actually think will be quite filled by the time I'm done here with this, maybe too filled. Yeah, I've got 360 bins in here. You know, some of these small ones, some of these bigger ones, and believe it or not, it is not enough, which I really hate to say, but yeah, it's not enough. I'm kind of constantly shuffling things around, how I've got stuff organized and stored and whatnot, but lots of bricks. So I got a lot of these classic tri-leaf pieces. These are, you know, these are one of those kind of elements that, because they're, you know, any element that's come out in the past 15 years, my brain tends to think of as a like new element. So I don't even remember when these came out, but These are actually reaching the point where I've got so many of them, I don't really think of them as being new anymore. But in this color, certainly pretty new for me. I probably only have a couple. I think the only parts in this color that I have are from one of the Animal Crossing sets. So really glad to have more of these and to have a home for them to go into. And put those in here right away. I also got a bunch of the new fern elements. Those I will happily call new. Sorry for the plane going overhead. Where's my fern bin here? I've got a drawer here where I'm keeping my ferns because I'm working on a new tree style with these fern pieces. Anyway, I'll find it eventually. Just gonna let that plane go overhead. Yeah, I got some of these ferns in classic green. These are super great, and then I got some more in dark green, which is what I'm using for my new pine trees. So got a bunch of these. The dark green I already had a good handful from my last Pick-a-Brick haul, but the light green I did not have, or this regular green I didn't have any of. I think there's some in the Great Deku Tree set, which I have at home, but I didn't have any loose regular green ones for just using other builds. So these will be super useful for all kinds of landscaping in the city and other builds. I've been thinking about some Avatar stuff lately. I might work on some kind of Avatar build to celebrate the new movie coming out in December. So definitely all this foliage stuff is just infinitely useful when you're into doing landscape builds like I am. Speaking of foliage, got a handful of these classic leaf pieces. This is one of those things I just think you can never really have enough of. I do have a good amount of them, so I didn't want to take up too much space in this box with them. But what I don't have a lot of them in is these big ones in white or small ones in white. So I got a bunch of these. These are not even going to fit in this drawer that I have of all these leaf pieces, but I'll find a home for them at some point. This I hate to do, but I had to do this to get this box packed. I stacked all these 2x6 plates in here just to fit them in nicely. But yeah, I don't know if I have any in this dark orange color. But again, it's just something that's great for. Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for coming in. Just showing off my recent Pick-a-Brick haul at the moment. But I just got a bunch of these 2x6 plates in dark orange, which I don't think I have. If I have any of them, I don't have many. So got a nice stack of these now. And yeah, stuff like this in this color is just great for landscaping. You can use it, for like earth tone or a tree color, but also great for doing buildings and stuff. I'm just gonna separate all these. Okay, even more of these tri-leaf pieces in olive green, and then it's something I got a ton of. I don't really know. Yo, what's up, Cody? How's it going? Yeah, Pick-a-Brick is definitely mostly something that I think folks who are just building their own custom stuff, collect from, and that's certainly what I do Pick-a-Brick for. So these are super useful little snot pieces. They're rounded on one side, so you can angle them in all sorts of ways. And then they're only 2 plates tall, which is pretty rare. It's like kind of a new phenomenon for certain parts. So you can fit them in really small places, and then you can angle them in all sorts of ways, and they have a really useful hollow stud on the front. So I've already got some plans in mind for using these, and I've got tons of them now, which I'm super happy about. And the other element that I got a lot of, another recently introduced part, is this 1x1 brick. This is 2 plates tall, and it's got a hollow stud, so that's, it's useful for filling space. If you have a space that's only 2 plates tall, a regular Lego brick is 3 plates tall. So if I compare it to another 1x1 brick, you'll see it's a little shorter. So it's great for filling in small spaces that you have in a build. And then the hollow stud is also pretty useful for connecting, a bar element of some kind. So I believe I've got those stored in here at the moment. But this is just the thing with having all these bins, since it's not enough, unfortunately. I'm always kind of shuffling things around and seeing what other ways I can sort of combine elements together to save on space. So I think I'll just put them in here for now. I think I won't go through this entire Pick-a-Brick thing. I'm just going to show off every different kind of element that I got, but I'm not going to worry about putting it all away for now. So we can get into the thrift store stuff. That's going to be a little more interesting. So this is another part. I got a good number of just a 1x1 transparent light blue brick. I have a big project plan that I don't think I'm going to reveal just yet, but these are going to be super integral to that project. And this is my box from this is a box from 2 Pick-a-Brick hauls ago, and I've got a lot of 1x2 bricks in that same transparent light blue color in here. So I'm just going to put the 1x1s right in here with these. And this is just where I'm going to keep all these bricks for that project whenever I am ready to really start it. Yeah, this is a large project. Like I said, I'm not going to reveal it in detail quite yet, but it is for my city. It's a city-related project, and I am definitely going to need to collect some big lots of parts for it before I can really get started on it. And it's not something I'm not going to reveal it because I don't have those parts for it yet. So if I can't really show it in its full glory, I don't want to spoil anything. So honestly, looking now at everything that I got, I definitely should have gotten more of these 1x1s while I was there. I mean, this amount that I have will be useful, but I'm going to need a lot of these transparent blue bricks. So it is what it is. I will sorry, I'm just going back and reading the chat now. Someday soon I will reveal it. I have to oops, I don't want to hit that X. Yeah, so part of my worry now is that Lego Pick-a-Brick Online, which is where I was planning on getting the rest of the parts that I needed for it, is kind of paused right now because of some political, economic things going on in our world at the moment. So I'm not sure how easy it's going to be to use Lego Pick-a-Brick Online in the future. So, I mean, that's not going to stop me. I will find, some way. Bricklink is still a thing. So, I'm gonna do this project no matter what, but it just might be harder and a little more expensive than I was hoping. But we'll figure it out. But yeah, I'm not gonna reveal it just yet. I appreciate you guys being excited about it. But 1x6 dark gray bricks, more stuff that's great for city building, and then a couple things I got here just for the color. Thought it was cool. These kind of, I don't know, I think of this as like dentist office blue. 2x2 bricks, lavender 2x2 bricks, and then this coral color 2x2 bricks. So, and then these, let me just take off these green parts at the top. These light nougat 1x3 bricks. This is like the flesh color for minifigures from licensed themes. So this is not something I'm used to seeing in brick form yet. I'm usually only see this for minifigure parts, but got a ton of these 1x3s. So that could be useful for some structure building down the line. And organize myself a little bit better here. So yeah, as we get closer to the bottom, you can see another big element I got. These are, I'll have to pull one out here. These kind of big metal beam pieces. So I got a good number of these. And yeah, so these are like, I think these are 10 bricks tall, basically, 2x2. Really great for structure building. Will definitely be useful in my city. And since they're hollow on the inside, I filled every single one of them with little pieces. So I filled them with some of these little rounded snot bricks I was showing you earlier, and a whole bunch of these olive green leaf pieces. So that's what I was really proud of with how I packed this. So I don't know, I'm not going to count all the bricks that I got from this, but I'm certain that I more than got my money's worth for this $18 pick-a-brick thing. Now, I mean, this took me a while. You definitely, need to not have any social anxiety or self-consciousness if you're going to pack a pick-a-brick box like this, because I had to stand there in that store for like probably an hour packing this. And I'm deciding as I go along what parts I want and how much of each thing I want. So it's a lot of decision making. And it's tedious filling it up. But yeah, I got 12 of these. So these are super useful. I've always wanted to have like a big bridge in the city. So if I do something like that, these could be really useful for that, like a train trestle or something. We'll see. Yeah, and it's been quite a while since I made a video up here. Like I said, mostly just kind of busyness over the summer and the heat up here in the Lego room. The last video I made was my city update, and in the video I said that, that I wanted to do monthly update videos about the city. That obviously hasn't happened, so I apologize for that. I really want to get to a point where I can do that, but a lot of what I have been doing up here that I have been making videos about is just getting the room organized and cleaned up. With everything I want to do with my city, I really need an entirely new table for it to go on. So that is kind of my first real step with redoing the city, but there's just a lot of other work and cleaning up that has to do up here before that happens. And I'm definitely going to need to get another bag or a bin or something for these leaves, because this drawer is overflowing now. That's a lot of leaves. I think I'm just gonna dump this in here because I have other elements in there that need to be sorted out as well. Got some of these sort of rounded modified bricks, also great for buildings, and I think I've got a good amount of those in this medium nougat color. I've got lots of them in general. So I was sort of debating about getting a stack of those in general. I was like, do I really want to fill up space with that? But they were there, and I'm sure they could be useful for something. So more masonry bricks in dark gray and in dark orange. So I actually think this is not going to overflow, so this is good. but I got a good amount of masonry bricks. Obviously super useful for structure building. A whole stack of those brick modifieds. And because of the stud on the side, these were a little bit harder to store and cram into the Pick-a-Brick box, but I got a great amount of them either way. I hope I have, you know, enough to get good use out of them. They're so useful, you know. I mean, there's just infinite uses I could think of for them. So I hope this is a comfortable amount to have. I was really excited to see them in the Pick-a-Brick wall because I don't really have almost any of them as spare parts. So yeah, for now I'm just going to put these in here. So I got even more of those 1x1 hollow stud bricks. So I will break all those up later on. So yeah, that was my Pick-a-Brick haul. Really pleased with that. I was super excited to see everything that I saw in there. And I don't know, Pick-a-Brick has just kind of been great in general. The past couple times I've gone, I've been really happy with what I found. So still hunting for one particular kind of brick for that project I was mentioning. We'll see if that ever turns up in Pick-a-Brick. But until that day, I'm just going to keep hunting for it online. And saving up for it anyway. Moving on to the thrift store stuff. Yeah, I got really lucky at the thrift store. All of the actual brick stuff is from the same store. First thing I'll show you quick, it was from a different store. I just thought this was a fun little oddity. VHS tape of this like Duplo Adventures kids video. It's from 1991. Never heard of it. I definitely recognize a lot of the Duplo figures and animals and stuff that are on the box. I recognize all those from my childhood. But even when I was a kid, I mean, these were old parts, old sets. So I don't even have any way to watch this at the moment. I'm very curious to see what it's like. I overpaid for it. It was $2.50, which is ridiculous for a VHS tape that's over 30 years old. But what are you gonna do? I'm a Lego collector, so I couldn't pass this up. So that was the only non-Lego thing that I intentionally bought. Sometimes when you're thrifting, the toy sections at thrift stores will bag all sorts of different toys together. So I sometimes have to buy a whole bag of things that includes some non-Lego stuff, like these gold coins and other odds and ends here. So, you know, I'll buy some junk just to get it, whatever Lego is packaged inside with it. And most of the time, if it's toys or something, I'll just be donating it back to a thrift store anyway. But this was, you know, outwardly the most exciting thing that I found. This is a gift with purchase from a number of years ago. Not too long, I think less than 5 years ago. But this was a gift with purchase that I missed out on. And I really wanted it because this is obviously a perfect city vehicle. It matches with the modular buildings, I think, so well in the kind of old school retro style of most of the vehicles from those sets. But it's a moving van. It's got some cool stickers, and the stickers are in good shape for now. The roof pops off pretty easily. It doesn't have a ton of space inside. It's missing one of the doors, unfortunately, one of these newer double doors that are 6 wide. And the actual set is supposed to have more furniture. All I have here is this little organ or piano and this little kind of bedside table chest of drawers piece, which is a really cute little build. Yeah, it's a great vehicle. I was really pleasantly surprised to see this. Like I said, I mean, obviously I found it like this. It was all assembled this way in the bag, so it's just missing that door and the other side view mirror here, and this figure. This figure isn't exactly complete. He's not supposed to have his sweater, in the set. Obviously, this is the sweater from my Sigwig, so I love that part. I'm happy to have more of it. And I like this face on this guy too. He's got a double-sided face where he's kind of like biting his tongue, like focused there, and then a smiley face on the back. But yeah, cool figure, great set, amazing find for a thrift store. I was like super pumped to find that. I don't really know what that goes for online these days, but yeah, I was happy to find it. I got a little bag of Duplo. This was $2.50. I think the bag that this truck came in, which had some other random toy in it, was like $5. So, you know, it's just not something I'm going to pass up at that price. Sorry if you hear my dog crying at me. He's right here. Do you want to come say hi, Sputnik? You want to jump on my lap? Come here. Come on. Jump up. Jump up. Come here. Come on. Okay. Let's see how much he gets in the way here. Let's get him on camera to say hi. There's Sputnik. There's Sput. Yep. Okay. He's probably not going to be happy that I'm not petting him, but I have things to do for Sputnik. So yeah, $2.50 for the Duplo. Why would I buy Duplo, you ask? Duplo, for those of you who don't know, is compatible with your standard Lego bricks. I'll open this up quick just to show you. Hopefully this stuff isn't too dirty. Here is a Duplo brick. Of course, it's harder to do things with the dog on my lap. Let me grab some of these bricks from my Pick-a-Brick haul. So yeah, here's a standard Duplo brick with the big hollow studs on the top. Those hollow studs match the size of the anti-studs underneath a regular Lego brick. So you can just connect them like that. And they have pretty great clutch power. They hold on quite well. And so, yeah, so a Duplo stud is 4 times larger than a standard Lego stud. So that's kind of your conversion rate. And then beyond Duplo, back in the 90s, I think like late 90s into the early 2000s, for a very brief period of time, Lego produced a even bigger line of bricks for smaller kids called Quattro. And Quattro is the same ratio, but it's like one size bigger than Duplo. So it's huge. I do want to get at least one Quattro brick and build it into my city somehow. So I obviously need to have some Duplo to build around that. But yeah, just as like kind of a fun little Easter egg of Lego history. But because these are compatible, Duplo is really great for filling space when you're doing like a large mod. So that's what I got this stuff for. So got some, you know, kind of modified bricks with these rounded parts and stuff. I don't know, you know, how useful it will all be. This I think is actually super useful. This is just like a big pillar piece. So, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to use this in the project that I was mentioning, but on top of everything, I found a transparent light blue brick in Duplo. So, you know, I may have to find a use for this in my project I've been teasing, because, like, why not, you know? So, anyway, great little bit of Duplo, and whatever I don't use, you know, I can find some little kid to give it to. This is probably I'm assuming this is going to be the least exciting bag, because it's just a small bag of Lego in here amongst a whole bunch of other junk. So this one is $3.50. Let's get this open. I'll pull out the non-Lego stuff first. This is some kind of dicer size. Okay, so you roll these dice and you do an exercise. Very, very exciting. This looks like a whole bunch of rubber bracelets. That might just be garbage. These, honestly, I mean, I'll keep these, I guess, you know, gold coins, you never know. Some Halloween costume or movie shoot or whatever. I might need some gold plastic coins, why not? Oh my god, I almost got so freaking excited. This is fake money. That would have been crazy. How crazy would that have been? Can you imagine? Okay, as fake money and a fake credit card, that would have been crazy. Open this up and find a whole bunch of cash. That's funny. That's funny. Anyway, fake little wallet with some fake money in it. Lol. And here's our logo. Here's what. Oh wow! Oh wow! I could not see this guy from the way this was all packaged. There's a Lando. I think this is Rise of Skywalker Lando. So you know, there's not really anybody cooler than Lando. But as Landos go, you could probably find a cooler Lando than this. But I mean, I'm not complaining. This is cool. Lando is a very cool guy. This is a great figure. Um, he's got a double-sided face. Cool. Old Lando hair. Amazing cape. This cape is really awesome. And he's in good shape. The prints look good. The cape looks great. I mean, he's not that old. I believe this is Rise of Skywalker Lando. So this is probably about a 6-year-old figure. Hey, I'm super happy about that. I guess I should have guessed because I saw in here this guy, Dio, I think is his name. Everybody's like 5th favorite little Star Wars droid character. I think this guy actually goes for like $3 or something, which is kind of crazy for this tiny little piece. But yeah, he was like, I don't know, flying the Falcon around with Lando in that movie. I don't remember. I only saw it one time. But yeah, I don't remember what this Lando and this Dio came with. I think it's a Falcon set. Maybe this is like a Falcon microfighter. I guess that's kind of what this feels like. Here's a little stickered 2x2 tile. Looks like the front of the Falcon. Some controls. Storage box. Yeah, I really don't know. Just some random parts, honestly. And then this sort of random figure. There's a marble rolling around. There's always a marble. Those legs are from like a Senate guard from Star Wars. The torso just seems like a city torso. Same with the head. Actually, the head might be collectible minifigure series. I'm not sure. This is a double-sided. It's like a girl face with freckles. Unfortunately, the front side is a little scratched up, which stinks, but the other face is good. Yeah, I'll have to look up what this Lando's from and see what he goes for. I mean, I'm gonna keep him, but he's cool. That's great. I can't believe that. That was really shocking because this was the one bag that I was looking at in here. You know, from when you're just feeling around in the plastic with things like this, you really don't know what you're gonna get, which is what makes them kind of exciting. But I thought that I could see all the way through that bag, and I didn't see anything interesting. And then, sure enough, Lando Calrissian. Very cool, very fun. On to the big one. I don't know what I'm gonna do here. I don't know if I have enough space to like completely dump this out. So maybe I need to shuffle some things around here. Dropping Duplo on my dog. You gonna run away? You can stay here if you want. Don't hit the camera. Okay. I think I scared Sputnik off dropping Duplo on him. Okay, yeah, onto this. I'll put this figure over here too. Yeah. This is a big one. This $550. You can't beat Thrifting Lego. You really can't. So it's like bags within bags here. Okay. Let's just double bag them away. Okay. So I know. Ooh, there it goes. I know for sure there's Minecraft in here. I'm not 100% sure of what else though. So I knew Minecraft from some of the generic bricks, and then this goat head. So Minecraft goat. Very fun. Just gonna check the chat quick. Okay, it's kind of nice. Somebody had all their like little parts. Seems like extra pieces, I guess. For the most part, bagged separately. So that's nice. Don't see anything too crazy in here, but just a whole bunch of spare parts that are always good to have. Oh, hey, look at that. There's one of those 1x1 bricks that I got a ton of a pick a brick. There's actually a bunch of those in here. Cool. Was it a minion eye? A little printed 1x1 round tile eye, if you can see that there. I think that's a minion. Great. This is something I spotted from the outside that this is like the first thing that caught my attention was this big T-Rex leg. I don't think the rest of the T-Rex is in here, unfortunately, but I don't know, these dinos are always super desirable. So, you know, cool, have a dino leg, why not? Here's a bunch of plates. I love plates. Plates are going to be a big part of my revitalized Lego City, so I'm happy to see this. I'll have to take all these apart. Here's some kind of launcher. Oh, this is like a net launcher from like city sets. This is probably from a Jurassic Park set. You would like fold up a little Lego net, put it in there, and then you can launch it out. Here's a figure. So it's like purple legs, hoodie torso with the like nougat hands, generic lady face, and some short generic man hair. Let me pull out some. There's just some non-Lego stuff I'm seeing right away. More money. Gotta love that. Yeah, not too much non-Lego in here, which is nice. Let's see. I think this is netherite armor. Very cool. I've never had netherite in Minecraft before, but now I've got some Lego netherite. That's fun. Good God. There's some unofficial brick type character. That print is just very cursed. Put that off to the side. Printed Jurassic Park element, yeah, that is a print. That's nice. Okay, cool. Yeah, Jurassic Park print. That'll help me figure out what set this stuff is from. Some more non-Lego, a little man. There's some like Mega Block Pokemon stuff in here. Is that rabbit starter Pokemon? So I'll put that to the side. I don't care about that. Oh, here's the netherite helmet. No, this is iron helmet. Cool. I don't really have a lot of Lego Minecraft stuff in general, but particularly not armor. What is this? This I don't think is Lego, but it looks like it would fit on like a minifigure neck or legs or something. No idea. I don't think that's Lego, but okay. Velociraptor leg. I don't know when they were made in this like red style before. Some more non-Lego bricks. Is this door Lego? No, this door is... Oh, it is. Okay. Right? Does that say Lego? Yeah, it does. Big wooden door. I love parts like this. This I'm not familiar with. I haven't seen this mold before, so that's nice. I hope there's the other side in here somewhere. Some more little Monopoly money. Some fun... These are like clear Spidey webs before. These I haven't seen. Those are cool. Good to have. Oh, you know what I bet this Jurassic Park set is? I bet this is a like juniors Jurassic Park set, because that's, I don't know, that's what that ramp kind of gives me. It's like junior stuff. That's printed too. I feel like your average Jurassic Park set would probably be more geared towards stickers than prints, but if it's a juniors thing, then it's going to be prints. So that's maybe why these parts that I have from that are printed. This is a sticker, like a pink sticker on that Star Wars part. Not sure what that's from. Let's see. More non-Lego. Yuck. I'm not seeing any other figures or anything too exciting. Here's a little cap, a little like dark gray beanie piece for a figure. And the rest is just kind of looking like standard bricks, which is okay by me. Ice cream truck sticker, I think. Oh, and yes, this. Okay, I did spot this, and I was waiting to say something about it. This is a Minecraft axolotl part. It's like one solid piece that they made for the axolotl. You just like put a printed plate on there for its face. So hopefully its face is in here. Let's see if we can find it. Would be nice. Oh, here's a hat. This, I bet, is also from that Jurassic Park thing. This hat. Some bananas, a red banana and a tan banana. Could be useful for something. Yeah, this is non-Lego. That stuff there. This is a wither skeleton leg. Honestly, also a pretty useful looking part. Hogwarts doorway. Could be from any number of things, but very Hogwarts looking to me. And I think that's about it. Are these prints? Yeah, there's one of these little box parts with some ribbon printed on it. That's fun. And little Chinese gate part there in red. Yeah, not seeing anything else super flashy or exciting. Like I said, I think that's it for the figures. But yeah, very happy with this haul overall. And definitely a bunch of great parts in here. I'm not going to subject you all to me putting these away and whatnot. Here's a Minecraft shield. Another good thing to have. A little clear clip on the back so you can have somebody hold this. Yeah. Great haul. You gotta love Lego thrifting. You never know what you're gonna find. So, for sure, the most exciting thing, ironically, is this Lando figure. So, I will have to get back to everybody with what this figure goes for. Because it's super fun. Nice surprise. Alright. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. And I don't know exactly when my new video will be coming out. I've got a bunch of ideas and things that I want to do up here. Just have to plan things out a little bit and put in the time up here to get it done. So just stay tuned, keep an eye out, and I will be back on the channel soon with some more content for you guys. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.